Hello, today I am doing an interview.
Oh, sorry. Uh, Hello, my name is Andres Mergel. I'm 25 years old. Um, and the reason why I chose to do this interview was because of the fact that I am legally blind, and I figured I should at least share my story, or if not, then at least share some information.
Okay, can you give us a little background slash insight on your condition?
Um, Basically, I'm blind as a result of being born 4 months premature. Um, when I was born, my eyes didn't fully develop, so what had happened is I had to basically spend time in an incubator, which would basically simulate what it was like to be inside of my mother's womb. I think I'd spend about 6 months in the incubator, from what everybody's told me. I think they gave me a 30% chance of living, but thankfully I survived, and here I am today.
Wow, that's incredible. Seriously. I have a few questions that many people around the world, I guess, ask typical blind people or would want to ask.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, do blind people really have a good sense of hearing?
Uh, from my perspective, I wouldn't say it's better, or I wouldn't say it's. I would say it's a little better than everybody else's, but I wouldn't say it's. I wouldn't say there's any major improvement or anything like that. I'm not like a dog that's gonna hear you, walking up from like 2 miles away and just perk up. No, but
Okay. Another one. When you're at a get together or an event, how can you tell who you're talking to just by hearing, just by hearing and not seeing?
well, if I've met people a few times beforehand, I will generally recognize their voice. Say, oh, hello, hello, John, or hello, uh, like hello, Whitney. I'm just throwing examples out there, but
What if you can't recognize their voice and they don't tell you their name?
well then, I guess I'll just assume that I'm talking to one person until somebody else tells me otherwise, or until like, well, actually, I'm not sure, honestly.
You have yet to test that theory.
I've yet to test it actually. It's because usually people will eventually tell me who they are.
Typically, people see a lot of movies featuring blind people, such as "Don't Breathe" and "The Eye." What are some stereotype things, I guess you could call it, that the producers and actors like overdo it in movies? What are some of the things you could tell us that they overdo in movies?
Well, the first thing I'd like to point out, and in my opinion, is kind of the most obvious thing, is um, the fact that they make every blind person have blue or white eyes.
Yes, I have noticed that. And also, sorry, also with you, I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. Um, on your eyes, everybody could tell your eyes are not blue or white.
Exactly.
They're brown. So yeah, that's just crazy. I've seen that a lot also in movies.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying actually that they put that in there for blind people. It's a good.
Uh, another question: if you were by yourself and you wanted to go somewhere, how would you know where you're going? Like if you were to travel from your house to a local store, like a grocery store, how would you know where to go?
Um, well, usually I would have somebody teach me either how to get there and back, or um, well, now they have various apps that you can use on your phone, and they'll basically tell you, keep walking.
So it's kind of like maps.
Basically, it's the same thing as maps. The only difference is it's built in. The only difference is it has it's accessible for the blind.
Okay. Let me see here. How do you dress yourself?
Well, with me personally, I usually just grab a shirt and some shorts, and I just sort of wing it. And then if somebody tells me, hey, that doesn't look right, like for example, when I was living with my parents, okay, these clothes, you're wearing blue shorts and a red shirt or something like that, or they would say you're wearing a blue shirt and brown shorts. You might want to change that. It looks a little weird.
Yes, I understand. We're gonna stop it here, and we're gonna do a part 2. Please stay tuned.